In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Well, today we offer the Mass in honor of Saint Hermenegild. He was a martyr from the 6th century. He was the son of the king of the Visigoths in Spain. Then he married this Frank woman, Catholic, and so she converted him to the Catholic faith. And then his persecution by his own family began until they killed him. His family was part of the heresy of the Arians. They used to believe that Jesus is not of the same substance as God, the Father. So they persecuted him, and he preferred a greater kingdom than the kingdom that was his in this world. That is why we have as a gospel this passage from St. Luke that says, at that time Jesus said to his disciples, "If any man comes to me and does not hate his father and mother and wife and children and brethren, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple." Jesus is not prohibiting us from loving our relatives, our parents, our children, but he wants us to love them in the right order. We should love God first and foremost, then everything else. By nature, we don't know how to love in the right way our family, our possessions. So when it comes to choosing between loving our family and God, we already know what to do. God first and foremost, above everything else. And why is it that we should love God above everything else? Well, because we owe him everything. We belong to him. See, our parents, for example, gave us the life that we have, but they don't sustain us in life. We are alive because of God. So we owe him everything. And if he is our creator, we are his children, we owe him everything, and so it is simply fair that we should love him first and above everything else. See? Now, when it comes to loving our children, or relatives, or friends, loving them means procuring their salvation. See? Working on the salvation of our children. That's what it means to love them. You cannot say that you love your children if you don't look for the means for them to go to heaven. See? So if you have children, God has entrusted them to you so that you may lead them to heaven. That's all you need to do. See? And that is not an easy thing to do because we are selfish. See? We want everything for ourselves. See? But everything belongs to God. We already know that. So our job as parents is to conduct our children to heaven. First of all, by desiring to go to heaven. We don't have the desire to go to heaven, we are not going to heaven. After the desire, then we work on our salvation. So God must be preferred constantly to anything else. Now, by nature, we already know that God does not come first. We must make a choice constantly See, we don't have that preference, that willing preference for God, then automatically we go down to love, whatever we like. See? So, unless we make that choice constantly for the love of God, we go down constantly. Sí. Muy bien.